have that mindset, then that's what's gonna make the difference. It's not whether you got off your back foot or not, because that doesn't happen all the time, even for me, and I've been doing this since I was 16. But like, if you go into the batter's box with the mindset that, oh, it's like Sarah whatever it is, Sarah Evans, or Jess Moore, she's really good, like she's from the U.S., and like, oh, I suck, you know, like what do you think's gonna happen? The outcome isn't going to be good, no matter how hard you think you're trying. But if you go in thinking, you know what, like, she has to put on her socks just like me. We're, like, on any given day, you can hit the ball off of it. And you don't have to be big, you don't have to be strong. It's the fact that you think, on this point, on this day, I can hit it. And it's pitching the same. Every hitter has a weakness, and as a pitcher, the odds are always in your favor. Like, the hitter is only going to hit the ball 30% of the time. And if you throw to the hitter's weakness, and you can identify that, then you're going to be more successful than not. It's a matter of being able to identify what that is. And you throw 55 miles per hour, but if you throw that sleepy, drunk ball to the inside corner, they're going to foul it off all day. But identify those weaknesses, and identify the weaknesses in the pitcher as well. Play to your strength. If I like a certain pitch, if I hit high and outside, for example, is my favorite pitch, then it's in my best interest to only swing at high and outside pitches. And that makes sense. Like, why would I swing at anything else? Just wait for her to throw it there, and then swing and run really fast. Okay. You want to talk about picking. Another big thing that sets teams apart is being able to pick pitchers. I think the easiest thing is picking a sign or picking a catcher. Because, I mean, the fact is that in South America, like, catchers give things away. They give a sign, and they go like this, or like they either like give this really obviously. So like on that hitter, I can see the arm go like this. So if you see the arm, then you have to communicate that with the hitter in the box at that point. So anything you see, either it's this or they do something and then they move, that's a big one. You have to be able to take advantage of it. Because if you don't, then it's not good. Like, easy pickings like that, like that'll put teams away. And any time you can shorten a game in 5 innings, like that's always better than being out in the sun in Brazil. frying like an egg. We were talking the other day about identifying what pitchers do differently, and that's called picking a pitcher. When they come together, what they do with their body. Sometimes they let you know what's going to happen beforehand. So it's hard to explain here, but like an easy thing to look for is when you're in the dugout. Third base dugout is best always. Like, most pitchers are right-handed, so they come together like this. You can see, like, in the glove. Like, so whatever it is, like they get turned or, you know, like, do something different. Just continue to watch their hand for something different. And each time they release the ball, like, you can have a friend to help you. You have to know what each pitch is too. So like when something changes, you have to know what the result was. Does that make sense? So look for stuff like that. Look for another big one is how high they come together. So for like a change, they could come up here, but for something fast, they could come down here. That's a big one. When the pitcher comes back, this is not as ideal, but it's something that they give away. Like, I remember Monica Abbott would have like it would look different here. So like you can see that as a hitter too. Like if she came like this, I knew it was going to be down. But if she came like this, I knew it was going to be up. So any little thing you can grab. Like Monica Abbott, it's hard to hit off of. So if I have any sort of advantage to know what's coming, then that's better than nothing. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions? There are lots of good questions today. So.
Yeah, I think was to turn the back. Yeah, because we didn't really know what it was, so we were trying to drag some of those. We were trying to. So now I think we understood what it is. You have to turn quick. Right?
Yep. Oh, and one of your questions was that we have trouble with timing, and the fact is it's not so much about timing as in Monica Abbott's throwing fast, so the ball's back here and I'm swinging. That's not really what happens. It's more that Monica Abbott throws fast, and Monica Abbott's ball doesn't drop as much as Team Venezuela's. So therefore, I'm always swinging underneath Monica Abbott's pitch for the sole fact that it's traveling faster. The faster the ball travels, the less time it has to come down. So we're not used to that. If you are not have not experienced 70-mile-per-hour pitches, then that's hard. But understand that it's not necessarily about catching up and being faster. It's that I need to swing higher. If I really try and go past what you think is necessary. So if the ball's here, think, okay, I need to swing over it instead of, I'm just trying to hit it. If you overextend,
more than what you think you're doing.
Yeah. If you have trouble hitting rise balls, you think, I'm trying to swing over the rise ball. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit it for a lot. Because the pitcher wants you to swing underneath. That's her whole deal. Like if you swing underneath, then yay for me. Like I can have pop flies all day. If I'm a drop ball pitcher, I want you to swing over it. Drop ball pitchers want you to hit ground balls. But if I think I really, really want to try to swing underneath and hit a pop fly off a drop ball, then you're going to hit it for a line 95 times. Think of it in terms of height instead of timing and speed.
So what about inside pitches and outside pitches?
Inside pitches and outside pitches. So every time your lower body is the same. We talked about that. Every time I need to be here, my belly button needs to face the pitcher, and both hips are facing the pitcher. The only difference between inside and outside pitches is how much my shoulders rotate. So if I get here, the pitch is outside. I'm here. Now my shoulders rotate this much, and now this part of the bat is over the outside part of the plate, and I snap over the outside part of the plate. But if it's inside, I get here again. My shoulders rotate more until I get here, and now this part of the bat is over the inside half of the plate, and I snap that way. Okay, that's for inside and outside. Up and down is the tilt of my body, the tilt of my torso. So something lower, this shoulder is more down. Just by doing that, look at how much the bat moves. I didn't have to do anything with this. It's just me going. Once you start doing stuff with this, that's when bad news happens. There's more margin for error. But you can do a lot just by the angle at which your body is.
So you don't think working out?
I hate working out.
You don't
Well,
work out, right?
You should work out. But the take-home message is not who's the stronger. Like, it's not brute force to make the ball go far. It's the fact that if I've swung correctly, I've rotated my body in a sequence. It's like storing energy in my back, because my back is coiled when I'm in this position. With this coil, like you're twisting a rubber band. When you twist that rubber band and you let it go, it goes like that stored energy is released, and then that speed comes from storing it, not the fact that this wiggly rubber band was able to push to make that energy. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whenever we think of being strong or whatever we, as you get better and more aware of your body, when you feel like you're really trying to muscle through, that muscle is coming from your upper body. Because we're girls, we're not strong in our upper bodies no matter how hard we try. Our legs are always going to be the strongest. These are the biggest muscles. So we need to be able to utilize them to get what we want.
A parte final do swing.